John Holmes was born in Asheville, Ohio in August of 1944, and no one knew at that time what the world had in store. Oh, what the world had in store. He was born the son of a railroad man. His birth name was John S.T.'s, but his father walked out on John and his mom, leaving Mary and her son, who was 3. Leaving Mary and John, who was 3. So she married a man named Harold Holmes, and thus changed the family's name. But he was a drunk and no good bum, so she moved her family again. She moved her family again. She moved them to Columbus town, where they were pouring on welfare too. Then she met and married Harold Bowman. That was right around 1952. Right around 1952. Then the family moved to Pataskala, and to John, Harold Bowman was mean. He beat young John and knocked him around, but John fought him back at age 16. John fought him back at age 16. John punched Bowman down a flight of stairs. Then everybody knew that messing around with old John Holmes was something you'd better not do. It was something you'd better not do. Then John ran away from his troubled home and joined the army for a career. He spent time in Germany with the Signal Corps and got out after serving 3 years. He got out after serving 3 years. Then he moved to Los Angeles and got married in 1964. He worked hard and struggled and sometimes was fine, but sometimes he was just growing bored. Sometimes he was just getting bored. Then one night in a card playing club, at a urinal in the men's bathroom, a pornographer saw John taking a piss and was amazed at the size of his tube. He was amazed at the size of his tube. So they put Big John in porno films, and I bet you know what I mean. His dong was long and his back was strong. Johnny Watt, he always stole the scene. John Holmes, he always stole the scene. Well, soon he was a big porno star, the biggest that anyone had seen. He did those women hard and long, snorting cocaine before shooting scenes. Doing cocaine before shooting scenes. But drugs soon began to take their toll, and then he couldn't quite get as hard. He soon started doing gay movies too. His life was quickly getting marred. His body was quickly getting marred. So he met a young girl and he prostituted her and sold himself for dope too. His wife threw him out 'cause she had no doubt that John was now in deep poo. John, he was in some deep poo. Addicted to drugs, he turned to thugs like Eddie Nash and the Wonderland gang. They say John stole, so Nash beat his ass and made John get revenge on the gang. And made John get revenge on the gang. On July 1 of 1981, 4 gang members were found dead. Bludgeoned to death, they drew their last breaths. Killed while sleeping in their beds. Killed while sleeping in their beds. Where the cops got John and incarcerated him, but he was soon released from jail. They had nothing to convict him of the sin. He ran free, but the cops were on his tail. He ran free, though cops were on his trail. They caught John again and hauled him in, but the prosecution's case was flawed. For how could one man acting alone be four to death, one and all? How could he have beat them one and all? So John was set free and away he went, back into porno picture shows. Though now he wasn't as big of a star, his fame, like his dong, ebbed and flowed. His fame, like his dong, ebbed and flowed. Soon John found out some terrible news, the kind that will knock you off your legs. In 1986 came the diagnosis, Big John had contracted AIDS. Big John was dying of AIDS. In 2 years' time he was no more. His body soon wasted away, but the spirit of John Holmes lives on in new pornos made every day. In pornos made every day. So whenever you're watching a porno show, as you clutch yourself and stare, right as you reach the climactic peak, John Holmes, he's always standing there. John Holmes, he's always standing